Hello, friends, benders and non-benders alike. Welcome to Braving the Elements, Nickelodeon's podcast about all things Avatarverse. I'm Janet Varney.
And I'm Dante Bosco. And Varney, we have some unfinished business in the shape of a boiling rock.
We do indeed. We do indeed. A lot of two-parters this season, my friend. A lot of cliffhangers.
Yeah.
Including what I'm calling the Boiling Rock Collection.
Boiling Rock Collection.
That gives it more value.
I like it. I like it. Exclusive.
The exclusive Boiling Rock Collection right here on Braving the Elements.
We've also collected our guests from the previous
Yes.
book, part 1. Joining us again for part 2, we have Josh Hamilton and Mei Chan.
Yes.
Hello, everybody.
You might know him as Joshua Hamilton.
You might.
Yes.
Don't be confused. You might also know him as Joshua Hamilton if you're looking at the credits. And what's
That's
that
true,
about?
yeah.
I-
guy,
what
the
is
same
that
guy.
about? I don't know. Well, I will tell you this. It was my very first credit was on Avatar. Actually, maybe I had one before that. But we were trying to pick out the credits for Avatar. And was it Aaron or Tim? They're like, you should change your name. Not Josh, not Joshua. It should be Joshy Hamilton. It'll be
Joshy?
super unique. Come on, do
Joshy?
it. And
Joshy
and I was
Hamilton?
like- yeah, no one calls me
No one
Josh.
calls you that.
Like, absolutely not. My
That
name
was
is
fresh from
Josh.
their brains.
But it might have, stuck out a little bit.
Joshy.
I could have been Josh.
How would it would have been Joshy?
Why? Yeah, that's what I imagined. Yeah, not I.
I think I'm very comfortable with it not being that.
Yeah.
Joshy. They were trying to...
I think they were trolling. I think
they were
like,
trolling you.
Well,
let's
This
just
was
do
Tim and
it.
who? Tim and who was
And
Tim?
Tim
Aaron.
and probably Aaron, and I imagine everyone else joined in.
They're like,
Yeah. I
Joshy.
I think that's probably fair.
No, it's funny because you guys think they were trolling, but I kind of like.
No,
I think it was.
I get it. Look, as actors and your
think it
and
was
friends
nice.
get their act, they join the union and they
Yeah.
have to commit to a name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of
I would have said,
conversations we have.
what about Joshuan?
Joshua.
Just stick an end at the
Now that's
an
trolling.
Joshuan Hamilton.
Josh.
Joshua and
Yeah.
Josh.
Where you're not
Ooh,
sure
I
if
like
it's a
that,
weird
though.
speech impediment or
Yeah.
I was just
My
whisper.
name is
You would
Josh.
you would just always hear whispers.
Joshuan.
Always hear whispers in your ear.
what is it?
Joshua.
It's a misspelling.
I
for
like
sure.
it. Or just make this S a Z.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Josh with a Z.
Exactly.
Jaws.
Just Josh, you guys.
Josh.
That's it. It's just Josh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Joshua. I don't know why I put that. That's like an official form I must have been filling out, and
Yeah.
that's now up there.
Yeah, I definitely have friends who have that you see in the if you go on IMDb, it's like also credited as
Yeah.
Dave instead of David.
Those joining us in the podcast and are here for the second part, we want to give you a reminder where we left things off in part 1. May, will you do the honors?
May, who wrote the episode, will you do the honors?
As we all know, we left off part 1 with some unfinished business.
Yep.
Since Sokka and Zuko went to the Boiling Rock prison to basically try and find Hakoda, Sokka's dad. And they didn't find him at first, but they ended up finding Suki instead.
Yay.
So they staged a daring escape with the help of a prisoner, Chit Sang, named after my dad.
Love it.
But our gang, they bail out of their plan at the last minute when they find that a new batch of prisoners are headed to the Boiling Rock. And it's kind of a tough choice, but it's the right one because it turns out that Hakoda is among them. And now they found Sokka's dad and they need a new plan to get the heck out of this.
Escape
Yeah.
the boiling rock.
Yeah, and it seems like they're onto something when they settle on this kind of classic prison riot scheme. But there are definitely some developments that they did not plan on. Most notably, a certain character who was just someone's ex-girlfriend.
Right.
Certainly, that's going to be a surprise. And then a certain someone's sister and a certain someone's sister's friend. Now, listen, I know that's very vague.
Even I'm confused.
Whoa, who?
I lost track
I can't
as I
wait
was
to
saying.
find out.
A certain someone's ex-girlfriend, a certain someone's sister, a certain
Yep.
someone's sister's friend. Okay,
It checks
so
out.
we all either do or don't know who I'm talking about, but the good news is we're going to get there very soon. Anyway, this episode was written by Joshua Hamilton and was
It's a
directed
hard
by
N.
for the hard N and our friend Ethan Spalding.
Yes, so we begin the episode with some sort of prisoner lineup on Boiling Rock as the warden welcomes the new convicts to the island. He's paying special attention to Hakoda, and at least Hakoda managed to trip the warden with his handcuffs. Hakoda is
Got to get in those little wins when you can.
yeah,
Trip them with
he's-
your handcuffs.
he's- which makes Sokka kind of proud, like my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
my
that guy's
dad's
They're cut from the same cloth.
my dad's a real one.
Yeah.
And now, speaking of the man himself, Sokka heads to Hakoda's cell to reveal himself, and the two reunite. Meanwhile, the warden grills Chit Sang to find out who actually planned the escape in the cooler, because he definitely is like, you didn't do it.
This is bad.
We know you didn't do it.
He's a big dummy.
I know.
Yeah.
So Sokka finds out that the rest of Hakoda's group is in a prison near the Fire Nation Palace, along with the other Kyoshi warriors.
Yep, there you go.
Now it's time for Sokka and Hakoda to come up with a brilliant new escape plan. He says that this prison can't hold two water tribe
Oh, yeah.
geniuses.
Oh, yeah.
Water
Yeah.
tribe
Like,
geniuses.
They know they're geniuses.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, I guess we all kind of felt like
Sokka
was a
wasn't
genius,
really.
but he guess he is. I mean,
Yeah.
He's a
I'm
genius.
sure there's tons of statues erected to Sokka all over the water tribe.
Wasn't it like though,
Rightfully
that
so.
he didn't? The dad made a joke about the two geniuses, and Sokka didn't quite get it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
But he-
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I guess we're gonna have
Yeah.
to find a couple of them.
They're both geniuses.
Yeah.
Wah, wah.
Later,
He's just humble.
oh, he is.
Uh-huh.
just-
Yep.
Yeah, he's humble.
Later, Sokka pretends to beat Zuko up while he reveals the new plan when they have to meet in the prison yard in an hour. But the other guards have orders to take Zuko somewhere else, and that somewhere else turns out to be to see May.
There she
May,
ultimate
dude,
interrogation.
That was like when she showed up, you were like, "What?"
I mean, we've all maybe bumped into an ex when we didn't necessarily
Yeah.
expect to see
Not
them.
in
I
prison.
don't think a prison in the middle of nowhere.
And
Yeah.
she was
Even
hot.
knowing
When
the
you're not
warden-
looking your best, that's when you run into
Oh
them.
my
Yeah.
god! He's like, I was
Always.
just talking about you and my homie Sokka in a balloon.
I like that a relative is like kind of forcing this situation too.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Zuko, come over here. There's someone you
Yeah.
need to see.
Why is Uncle Warden just
Uncle
all in
Warden.
everybody's business? Uncle Warden, why you gotta be in everybody's business, Uncle Warden?
It's what he does.
Can you let it be?
Uncle Warden's getting in.
Work it
Yeah,
out,
I know.
guys. Work it
Yeah.
out.
He's like, I'm the warden of this prison and I'm the warden of this family. If I want you to be in a
He's
cell
like,
together.
I'm not gonna tell the Fire Lord, but I'm gonna tell your aunt.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
tell your mom about what's
Look,
going
yeah.
on.
But we don't even see
Those
how that
ladies
goes.
gossip.
What
okay?
the
Oh,
heck?
they gossip.
Oh, my
they
God.
gossip.
Uncle Warden's all about the gossip.
Yeah.
So we don't even know how that goes because now we're back with Uncle Warden and Chit Sang. And if you're wondering if Chit sang, he did. Get it? That's like when you rat on someone, you can be like, did they sing?
Yeah, you
I know.
He did.
I was feeling some type of way. I was
And
feeling
that's the
some
end
type
of
of
the
way
episode,
about Chit
everybody.
saying.
That's the end of the episode.
See you guys
Yeah,
later.
yeah, we're out.
Yeah, so he definitely rats out his accomplice. He tells the warden that one of the guards was the mastermind. So we
yeah.
think he's
I was
ratted
feeling,
him out.
I was feeling really some type of way about Chit saying ratting
yeah,
people
like
out.
how dare he?
Come
But
on.
give him a chance because you could stay mad at him for now. But did he rat him out? Because he didn't say, he was just like, oh, one of the guards is the mastermind. You've got, a traitor in your midst, whatever. So the warden knows that there is that traitor, but does he know who? We cut back to Zuko and May, who is confronting him about the goodbye letter, like breaking up with someone in a text.
I mean, come on.
Not great when he disappeared.
This is the deal. This is the deal.
No.
Explain
Oh, no.
yourself.
When
Oh.
you're out to get the world back in balance,
Nope.
like the relationship has to take a backseat. In that moment, in the bigger picture of things, I don't mean to hurt your feelings. I'm trying to get the world in balance right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's
I'm
funny
going to
'cause
take
you
your
s-
side on this one.
There you go. Thank you.
But what about the letter, though?
I mean, the letter.
He had
That's
to go.
what I'm
There's
saying.
a
You
time.
said all of that beautifully.
The
You said it out loud. You
letter.
could have said it out loud to her.
I don't
Instead
know.
of
I
leaving
Yeah.
thought she was
letter.
busy with her friends.
Didn't want to
I
bother.
couldn't
He
find
didn't
her.
want to bother
I
her.
couldn't find
They
her.
were
sure.
shopping.
You looked.
With my
That's what
sister.
it was.
I can't tell her because she's gonna tell my sister, and there's gonna be a whole big thing.
Well, that's
Yeah.
a good excuse.
right?
But
I buy
right?
that. I buy that.
he needed to buy time for himself because she was going to find out sooner
Yeah,
or later.
and I
anyway,
had
but he
this
needed to buy
one
time for
moment because I had
himself.
to go chase him
I
really
buy
quick
that.
on that balloon. Man, I had to go chase him really quick.
I buy that.
Yeah.
I had to go chase him really
You
quick.
didn't have time,
I
but
had no
yet you had time
find
to
her
write a
because they
letter.
were leaving, and I had to do a quick letter because I saw them everybody
Got it.
going, and I had to jump on the balloon. I gotta go.
I'm,
You had
You
time
make
to
such a good
find
point.
a scroll.
Yeah.
You've convinced me. You've convinced me that he
Truly,
he
though.
couldn't wake her up to
Exactly.
tell because then maybe Zuko
Because
would
the
find out he
bison.
had time.
Yeah,
I see them
alright,
right
alright,
there.
alright,
I got
alright.
certain time.
All right. It's not about her. It's not. The point is, it's not about May.
But I got love for you,
He's got,
man.
yeah, he's got love for her. All right, let's check in with a different sort of couple for a sec as we see Sokka come into Suki's cell to give her the latest deets. It's a plan to commandeer the gondola,
Yes.
and escape. But to do that, they are going to have to start a prison riot. Suki is a little skeptical about all of this, but Sokka is leaving, and right away he's summoned by the warden, and he's added to this lineup of guards. As Chit Sang is told, okay, you said that there was a traitor in my midst. Which one of these guards is responsible? But good old Chit Sang.
Good old Chit Sang.
Perfect opportunity. He's not going to betray the one who was willing to get him and his best guy and his best girl out. He's going to get revenge on the jerk, on the bully, on the prisoner bully. What a redemption. That's a tight redemption arc for Chit
You know
Sang,
what?
but
Yeah.
he gets there.
Yeah.
Shout out to
He
May's
gets
dad.
there.
Shout out to May's dad.
Yeah.
Shout out
May's
to
Yeah.
May's dad.
I
He made the right
was feeling some type
decision.
of way,
He made
but,
it
you know,
Yeah, he's like
It's wonderful.
Revenge
That
is just
jerk?
too sweet, though.
Good work.
that jerk.
And it's
Good
great
work.
because
Gets
they're
his-
all going to deny it. It's a
Yeah,
perfect.
they're
It's a
right.
perfect situation.
It's
Yeah.
great. It's great. It's payback. It's great. Josh, what happens next?
So from there, the warden takes the guard into a cell to be further interrogated. This poor guy who really didn't do anything wrong.
He was
except
a
for-
jerk.
He was a jerk.
Except mishandle some
Karma.
guards, I was gonna say.
Yeah, yeah.
Karma. Karma, my friend.
That's that's literally his job. Anyway, but he's interrupted by the character in the show who consistently knows how to make the most dramatic entrance of all, and that is freaking Azula.
Yeah.
Show.
No,
Like,
my
what?
God, it was like my mind
all
was
the
blown.
people,
Like, what's
yeah.
Azula doing here?
Kind of got.
She knows that the show is packed with, oh my God, it's
Yeah.
Azula. Like, she makes an entrance.
And she
does.
also kind of like
She's
knows
amazing.
what's going on before anybody else.
She
knows
always
what's
knows
going
what's
on. That's
going
exactly what
on.
happens
Why?
here.
Why is
She
so good?
immediately dismisses the idea that Chit Sang could be a part of the escape plan at all. She's
Yeah.
like, this
She's like,
dude
no.
isn't it?
No.
And the guard, no, not that guy. Then from there we
Now,
go
she
to
had the
Sokka.
best line. She goes, "How do you know?" She goes, "Like, I'm a people person."
Yeah.
You're wasting your time. That's not one of them.
How do you know?
Because I'm a people person.
Are you serious right now?
I know. Well, that's how she took the throne,
Azula,
right?
Yeah.
slash Great
Person.
and
That's
Loud.
how she
Are
took
you
the
serious right
You
now?
were never a player.
With that line,
Yeah.
right?
What a
You were never a
delight.
player.
See,
You
that's
were
what I'm
never
saying.
a
Azula.
But
She's the funnest one
she gets a
around.
little
She's a
comeuppance
gangster.
too. I don't want
She's a
to.
gangster.
I don't want to
Yeah.
like, but she's not really a people person. Something happens
No.
at the end of the episode.
I
That's
know.
more of a tee up.
Yeah. Foreshadow
tee-up.
report.
It's a tee-up.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
100%.
These people. I
Spoiler
forgot
alert.
that no one has seen this episode.
You're safe.
Okay,
You're
moving
safe.
on.
You're definitely safe.
Then from there we go to Sokka, who's working on getting all of the prisoners released into the yard. Once Suki, Hakoda, and Sokka have met up, the next step is to start your friendly neighborhood prison riot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Gotta
Chit
have a
Sang's
prison riot.
Just the
Gotta
man
have pris-
for the job.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never been to prison, but
Gotta have at least
are
one
there a
riot.
lot of prison riots?
Yeah.
Gotta have.
Gotta have. I've
Probably
seen
like
a lot.
Gotta
3
have
a
one
day.
would.
3 a
Yeah.
day.
Oh, this was kind of like something I do remember. Like this was I think it was, we were doing the outline. We just did all the cards on the board. And it's like prison riot was a card. Like
Oh,
start
yeah.
the prison riot. And there was no one pitched how or what. And so I'm like, I just wrote like Chit Sang goes out there and he's like, hey, everybody, riot. And then everyone just riots. And I thought for sure this would be like a note that someone, no, they got
That's
to
great.
punch somebody. And they're like, we love it.
Yeah.
It's perfect. It's
done.
great.
That's
Because
how
everybody
you-
knows. Everybody knows. Like, oh, right. We know
you know,
what to
Chit
do.
Sang saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's do it. From there, Zuko takes his chance to escape when one of the guards comes to escort May and locks her into the cell so that she can't
Poor May.
follow.
Oh,
my
man.
God. Heart's broken. She can't even follow.
Well, you know, just get off my get out. Can you just give me some space?
Yeah. Why'd you bring me here?
You're
Uncle?
hunting
Just
me.
sit tight.
Exes
Sit
hunting.
tight.
Exes are
Yeah,
hunting
that's
us.
true, yeah.
Come on, Josh. Exes are
I
hunting
know,
us.
yeah. I know you've been there.
Something,
Not me.
something tells me you'll be glad that she was there. Something, I can't put my finger on what, tells me you will be glad that May was
We'll
there
That's
see.
true.
We'll see.
before the end.
So Zuko reunites with Sokka and they start bickering about how they're going to get to the warden and get to the gondolas. How are they going to do this? Who knows? But Suki, being the absolute best, is already on it. She literally parkours across prisoners' heads and up a wall, capturing the
Great.
warden within a few seconds. Suki, MVP.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's such
Very-
a great
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
Very
give
impressive.
her-
Y'all just keep bickering. I'm going to go ahead and do this.
And what's funny?
Like an old
Seconds.
married couple. Sokka and
Yeah.
Zuko
No.
by this point
Oh, yes.
are an old
Well,
married
because
couple.
we're
Yes.
trying to figure out the right way to do it, and she's doing it it's very impressive. And what's funny is when the rest of the crew gets them, they're huffing and puffing.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I love
They're
that.
like-
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
We did get the
Suki.
thing. That was hilarious.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's the best.
Yeah.
She is
she's
awesome.
the best.
So after Suki, it's just MVP. Chit Sang, Hakoda, Suki, Sokka, and Zuko. Well, that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
They make it to the gondolas with the warden as their hostage.
Oh,
my
man,
That's
God.
what you gotta
drama.
take a hostage.
The
You gotta take a
drama.
hostage.
What did he say earlier? He's like, I would rather die
Yeah.
than have someone escape.
Yes. I mean,
We don't.
We
know.
don't
Get
know.
defeated for all
we
time.
don't know.
which is what we had to say because they wouldn't let us say die or kill. It's
Got it. Defeat
all
for
time.
all time. Got it.
So Zuko sets the gondola in motion and breaks the lever so the guards can't reverse its direction.
Good
and
thinking, Zuko.
Genius.
Yeah,
Good
totally.
thinking.
did it.
Smart.
Good thinking.
Then he and then soars through the air to join the rest of the team. But Azula and Ty Lee aren't worried because Ty Lee runs across the cables like it's tight ropes, and Azula rocket blasts herself to the cables and zip lines, which
What's up with that rocket
pretty
blast
cool.
action?
The
what
lady
do we
fighting
do?
in
Pretty
this
cool.
is
It's pretty
insanely
awesome.
awesome.
Did you come?
Yeah.
What?
Badass.
All of a sudden, she's just rocket firing
I
with
know,
blue light
I
and
know.
flames. What's
I
going
know,
on?
yeah.
Like all of a sudden, I'm like,
Is
what?
this the first time? Is that the first
What
time she
is
rocket
that?
blast? I love it.
I think
Her
it might be
jets.
the first
Her
time.
blue
Yeah.
her blue jets.
Yeah.
She's been honing it.
She's been
I-
home.
When
What?
she's angry, when she's really
I mean,
pissed, I think she goes for it.
foreshadow to Korra with General Hour II doing some fire blast
Exactly.
flying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I
She
mean,
gets so
I think it kind of might have originated with Azula doing
Absolutely.
this particular
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
But it's her
That
blue.
makes
But it's
sense.
all
It's
blue.
impressive.
that blue is great.
It's impressive
It's
and
blue.
it makes
She
me
gets
sick.
really mad.
Sickens my
She
stomach.
turns blue.
No, but I love it because I feel like you were like, all right, we got these gondolas. Again, we get into this kind of James Bondness of it all, but we have these characters and you know exactly what to do. Like, you're like,
Yeah.
well, we got to take advantage of the fact that Ty Lee was in a circus.
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
of course she's
Well,
just going to be
Ty
like,
Lee
no
is
big
doing
deal.
the-
It's a
the run
tightrope,
with the arms.
you
Crazy.
know,
Yeah,
and then
that's
the
great.
zip line with
The zip
thing. Oh,
line?
it's so great.
Yeah.
You got
Every
to.
good action scene needs like a Batman zip
I
line.
know.
Are you kidding
yeah.
me? Yes.
Something.
Nailed it.
You nailed it.
Nailed it.
Yeah. It's basically how do we do the Avatar version of this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you got this. Everybody's there. You got the conflict midair, just like you wanted.
Yep. So then,
dream.
where
Yeah.
was I? Everybody faces off in the gondola midair, just like Nana was saying.
So
The
cool.
warden breaks free during the fight and screams for the guards to cut the line. So the gondola.
That's
comes to-
crazy.
Yeah, it's
He'd
He's
rather
like
die.
just
Suicidal.
He's gonna
cut it.
die.
Yeah.
He'd rather
he's gonna die.
die.
The gondola comes to a screeching halt, and everyone realizes what's happening.
Cut the line! He wants us to cut the line. But if we cut the line, there's no way he'll survive. He knows that.
Which is they're all going to die.
Mm-hmm.
This might be a good time to remind everyone that they could potentially die because
Yeah.
it's not just regular water underneath them; it's the boiling rock.
Yep.
So it
They
is
get
Yeah.
boiling.
Boiled like chicken.
Yeah. Cooked.
So Azula and Ty Lee they jump onto the gondola heading the other direction.
Yeah. Which is an awesome shot.
Oh, it's
right.
great.
Oh my God. The one is kind
Action
of lower
film.
and the other is going up. It's like,
Yeah.
see you later.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
I love it.
Yeah, smart.
So good.
And the team waits, but the rest of the team wait to meet their fate of being boiled like chicken. But someone steps in.
What are you doing?
Saving the jerk who dumped me.
And she takes on all of the guards
Wow.
with just her wits, skills, and knives.
Hey.
Yes.
Yes.
Non-bending, by the way.
Yes.
I know.
Yes,
Great
the non-bending.
scene. Great moment.
And she sets the gondola safely back towards the other side of the island, saving Zuko and his new allies.
And Azula didn't see it coming.
Oh,
Nope.
she
She
is.
thinks she
straight
knows
up
people.
not
Smart
into it.
Azula.
Full person, not so much.
mean,
not so
It's
much.
nice to know that the ex has a little love for you.
Yeah.
You know,
Right. I
Carrie's
love
She's crazy,
it.
but she's
You
crazy
like-
for me.
she's
Yeah.
like, great.
Yeah.
I mean,
She
that's
sighs a lot.
this whole
Yeah.
fighting scene. I know you're like your specialties in action. This whole action scene is just
Yeah.
top notch,
Killer.
amazing. And even the
Great.
setup when they're coming, when Azula and Ty Lee are coming, and Suki and Zuko are like, "Hey, I've been waiting for this rematch."
Yeah.
And then the fighting, like Sokka with his sword, and
Yeah.
they're trying to battle. It's such a great kind of
It's
back and
awesome.
forth. And then, of course, when they dismount to the other gondola,
Yes.
beautiful shot, beautiful shot.
Are you looking to level up your vacation experience? Want the luxury of a natural hot spring mixed with the discipline of a great boot camp? Then look no further than Boiling Rock Getaways. From its minimalist design to its soaring skyway, spacious courtyard, friendly staff, and group activities, you'll never want to go home. And you may not be able to. Boiling Rock Getaways. We'll tell you when you're done vacationing.
Safely on the other side, they ditch the warden and race to steal Azula's blimp. That's what she drove in on. This is perfect. That's how
Yep.
they can get away because they lost theirs. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Sokka was right.
I do.
Something magically manifested. He didn't know how they were going to get off, but there you go.
You're right. Meanwhile, Azula confronts May, the person who she just turned her back on Azula, one of her best friends, maybe.
Yeah, well,
Frenemies.
She says, why would she betray Azula when she knows what that means for her own safety? So Azula prepares to attack May. And this is really bad, right? I mean, May's an amazing fighter, but against Azula's firebending, no way.
no.
Forget it.
Yeah.
But before Azula can muster a spark, Ty Lee chi blocks her.
It's like
People are switching sides left and right.
Ty Lee for the win, you guys. Ty Lee for the
Blindsided.
win.
This should have been
Azula
called Blindsided.
collapses.
I mean, this is the beginning of the end
Yeah,
for
you're right.
Azula.
Actually, you're right.
Like,
It's when all your friends turn.
She
You,
starts to
Surprise!
fall
Other
apart.
people are here.
Azula, when all your friends turn on you,
it's not, it's,
you gotta start looking inward.
And she was
Yeah.
probably thinking that when she collapsed onto the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of crazy to see her so vulnerable. Like that.
ooh.
It's true.
But the guards kind of surround May and
Yeah.
Ty Lee, of course. And Azula orders the guards to lock May and Ty Lee up forever and ever.
She wants
And
to
I
get
think that's the last
wrapped.
time we ever see them.
Yeah,
Pretty
pretty
sure.
much.
It's the last time we see them together.
Ever.
The Baddie Girl Gang. The Baddie Girl Gang.
Oh, yes, I mean,
is
yes, it
dismantled.
is.
Yeah.
But that line
They're
that
out there
May
with the
says
Kyoshi Warriors.
Also,
That's right.
Josh, a very big line I hear a lot within the fandom. I love you. I love Zuko more than I'm afraid of you. I'm
And I
afraid
fear
of
you.
I fear
Yeah.
You should fear me more.
Yeah.
you. Hey, love conquers all.
Oof, Azula.
Yeah, it's
Damn,
good.
the ex,
Sorry,
the
dude.
ex
Yeah.
girl be riding for Zuko hard, huh?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Ty Lee.
A lot of
Kylie
things
was
are getting,
nervous too. She was nervous.
She was for her friend. She had to choose. A lot of things are getting mixed up in this episode.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
People are switching
Yeah.
sides. It's
But you
great.
gotta
It's
remind you gotta
great.
remind ourselves, especially with Tylee, she was forced into this friendship. I mean, like forced. I mean,
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
That's true.
there was like she was bullied
Yeah,
into
that's
this
true.
whole adventure, so she
Yeah.
was looking for a way out sooner or later.
Yeah.
So the gang's back together at the Western Air Temple thanks to Azula's blimp. Hakoda's reunited with Katara. Everyone's thrilled to see Suki and random old Chit Sang.
There he is.
Shout out to
There
May's
he is.
dad.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
here
there
too.
too.
I'm
He's
here
there
too.
It's like,
here
hey,
too.
everybody. Oh, you're still here. Cool.
Yeah.
Now they have to explain how they ended up at the Fire Nation prison and they didn't bring any meat home.
Yep. Well, they said they were going to go out and get some food.
I know.
Yeah, they
But you
went
know-
fishing.
It was all in a day's work, and that's the end of the episode.
Yes, friends. What a
Boiling Rock Part 1 and 2.
two-parter.
Part 1 and Part 2 was
Oh.
thrilling. It was thrilling. I mean, there's so many characters. I mean, to bring Azula back,
know.
May
Yeah.
and Ty Lee.
I mean, one of the most pivotal parts of the entire show. You just slip in right at the end of this
Yeah.
episode. It's like, all this happens. That's all enough. It's all amazing. And by the way, May and Ty Lee are no longer.
Yeah, was that
allies
our
with
plan
Azula.
into the
That's
whole thing? Is like, we
huge.
gotta switch these people?
I think I'm trying to remember what number this is in the series. Like, honestly, is it like 310 or 312 or something?
Great question.
But what it feels like we're getting towards, we know we're getting
We're
towards
getting
the
towards
end.
3.
end.
We're getting into Act 3.
Yeah,
of
moving towards
Exactly.
that
And like
end
all
game.
these pieces
of the
need to
ser-
move
of
into
the-
place. And I
yeah.
like when I
Yep.
was watching this
Season.
episode, I was like, wow, there's so much here. That's like Hakoda
I
gets out,
know.
Suki gets out, she's back, he's back, and then like Ty Lee and May leave. So yeah,
We're gonna
we're
flip
now
them.
mixing things up. This is like
Yeah.
building towards
So
that
good.
finale.
It's so good. And it makes you do have that moment wondering, like, what does this mean long term for May and Ty Lee? Like, does this mean in this moment we do you this solid, Zuko and rest of Team Avatar, such as it is? Or is this like, are they going to come over and be friends now?
Right.
Like, where do they
Yeah.
fall
Right.
in the grand scheme of things, not just this one moment? Because we have seen Zuko and Aang before season
Right.
3, before all this. We saw them look out for each other, but it didn't mean like, I guess
Well,
we're all on the same team
But
now.
also, we saw them as teenagers on the beach, and we saw that they weren't just villainous people.
yeah.
They were like kids. They're just like you're
absolutely.
just like Zuko. Like they're just kids in this wartime era, saying which side. And even like May early in the episode was like, "Why did you betray your whole nation?" He's like, "I'm
Yeah.
trying to save."
Yeah.
They're having
Yeah.
this inner turmoil with themselves too, which I think
That
be some
definitely,
stuff
yeah, I
going
think
into
she
May's
puts that
mind,
away
you know?
and goes, yeah.
Everyone has their, they do it for a reason. It's not the big picture reason.
Right.
It's for a real personal reason.
Yeah.
Totally.
Like May does it for Zuko.
Yeah,
He
but the
doesn't-
big picture
May
does
doesn't
seep
necessarily
in.
care about the group or
Right.
Aang. And then Ty Lee does
No.
it for May. And so the
Yeah.
reasons they do it is even better than like, oh, it's for the save the world. No, it's not that.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
just like this personal thing.
Yes.
So I
Yeah.
really like that.
I love that. It's so true. It's very powerful. It's very powerful. It's leading to even more happening, as you're right, as we approach this kind of end game. May, correct me if I'm wrong. Now, last episode, you had a very special, there was a guest appearance from the sound of a
Yes.
badger frog. Can you tell me that there are any animals in this one at all? Sound, sight, mention, or otherwise, I feel like there aren't
man.
any.
I don't.
I think it's animal
so.
free.
Is there one at the
it's
end?
a rare
when
animal
they get
free.
back?
I
No,
don't thi-
right?
I mean,
Animal-free
No.
episode. No.
Yeah.
in fact, I'll tell you
Josh,
what.
do you know?
I don't think
I don't know. I don't know the answer. I mean, obviously we're not counting Momo or Appa. But
Yeah.
I don't think D is credited in this one. This might be one where it's like the only. I'm trying to think. If it's either this one or the first one. It's the only time that
I feel like if
D
we had
is
known
not
that,
credited.
we would have put an animal.
Wow.
I know we would have put
Yeah,
it
We would
in
have
for sure.
sprinkled
D's
this
Had
in.
we known
Yeah.
that years later,
D. Bradley
put us
Baker
on a spot.
How could you not know? How
We-
could you
how
not
did
is
we
know?
not have an
missing a
animal?
residual check
God,
for this
that's killing
particular
me right
episode.
now.
He's like, I was
Killing
not in
me.
this episode.
That's right. That's
Sorry,
exactly
dude.
right. That's exactly right. Oh, that's right. It is. It's the only episode of the entire series that D. Bradley Baker does
Amazing.
not appear in
Wow.
some form or
Amazingly
other.
sad.
So there we go.
Sorry, why
there
do
we
you
go.
hate him?
Why were we so
Why
He
did you
knows.
write
against
him
him?
up?
He knows.
We love you, D. Okay, and let's talk about most valuable bending and non-bending. And that's the other thing, really quick, I just want to say before we get into that. Did you know this is the only episode of the series where there's only one type of bending? We see one type this entire episode.
Fire, only fire?
Nothing else.
Fire
It's all
bending?
fire all the time.
I mean, it's all good.
Pretty
We're in
unique
Fire Nation
for the show, yeah.
Yeah, in a Fire Nation prison.
Shout out
Yeah.
those fire
Fun facts.
firebenders
Yeah.
out
So
there.
So I
fun.
guess my guess is, based on that really basic knowledge, is that whoever has the most valuable bending is probably going to be firebending.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
definitely
I'm
fire
gonna go there.
bending. And which moment of fire bending?
What is the most valuable?
Again, not a ton.
there was a
not a
lot of
ton.
great non-bending.
I mean,
There's a lot of
like,
great non-bending
So
action.
much.
We know
But-
the
but-
great non-bending moment, right?
I feel like there's.
Wait,
here's what
which
I'm gonna
one do you?
Yeah,
Which
which
one?
one are you
Yeah, because
saying?
I'm thinking
May.
some. I'm thinking Suki.
Okay, here's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, that's also a great one.
Unprecedented move on the show.
Yeah.
We cede over the most valuable bending to make room
Yes,
for
do
two
it.
most valuable non-bendings.
Okay.
We throw away the most valuable bending for this episode and just give ourselves two opportunities to reward most valuable non-bending
Yeah.
because there's so much in
Thank
this
you.
episode.
Thank you.
Azula
we have-
bending, let's just
we
throw
have-
that out.
She's out of there.
Anything Azula's doing, those
Yeah.
She's out of there.
showing off
Of
of that
course
fire,
it's
blue,
cool.
whatever. We don't
She's
care about
alre-
the Azula.
Dante,
She's
it's like you
already
have a
won.
personal beef
I'm
against
not
Oh, he
into
does.
that.
He does.
All right?
It just seems like I
He
don't know.
does.
If
I
it's
don't
most
know.
valuable.
He
Get
does.
out of here.
She's gone. She's already won most valuable bending more than I would
We
have
don't
imagined.
care.
yeah.
We
So-
don't care.
We got Suki as a contender. We got May as a contender. We certainly have Ty Lee
Yep.
as a contender.
Yeah.
What do we do? We have two
I mean,
spots.
That's true.
And
This-
I'm trying to think of like who saves them, but they all
May.
do.
Yeah.
I
May.
mean,
Well, they all take turns.
because Suki
being
does.
kind of-
she
yeah,
saves them
badass.
first,
Yeah.
and then May saves them.
Yep. And
I think
then
we give
Ty
it-
Lee
yeah.
saves her.
I think maybe we give it to the two. I think we give it to Suki and May because we could never have got to the Ty Lee point.
Yeah, and
without
at
the
this
two of
point, we
them.
don't know what's going on. Tyler, she saved May.
Yes.
for sure, because May is
Yeah.
about to catch some lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where was our team? Did they get across at this point, or when this like was happening?
Yeah,
I
they got
kind of
across.
forget.
They got
okay,
across.
they did get across. Okay.
Zuko looked at his ex like, "Hey, thanks.
Good luck.
Gotta go.
Yeah.
Good luck with Azula.
Good luck with my sister. Tell her.
Oh, damn.
Say hi to Pops for me."
I'm gonna vote for Ty Lee's because hers really kind of comes out of like, wow, she picked a side. Whereas Suki, you know what she's gonna do.
Right.
May, you kind
We
of
don't
know
know.
what she's gonna
May
do.
picked a side.
I know, but it's
May picked a side.
Whereas Ty Lee, wow, she really between the
What?
two girls.
But you know,
You're
Tyler
Yeah,
picked a
it's,
you're
side.
swaying
tough.
me.
This is
Tyler picked
really
a
tough.
side.
Swaying me.
Yeah.
You are swaying me.
But she also did like right. It might have been instinctual because she was like about to see something real bad happen right in front of her.
Oh,
Yeah.
just like
As
think you're
opposed to
swaying
like,
me.
as opposed to thinking of like May was like, I'm going to do this whole thing and kind of like mess up my whole life, how it's going. Where Ty Lee could have been like in reaction in the moment.
Oh, like
You know what I'm saying? Like,
not
before she
premeditated.
realized
yeah, it's
what
not
happened,
premeditated.
she
It just
was
kind of
doing
just
it.
happened.
Yeah.
That's a good argument too. This is how big of a dork I am. In my mind, I thought to myself, would Suki want to hold that honor for herself, or would she say you should give it to Ty Lee for saving her friend? And in my mind, I was like, Suki would be like, I was just doing my job, but Ty Lee surprised us all by saving May.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
you and
That's next
and the
level.
Suki in my head is saying that it's May and Ty Lee for my votes.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, I love
I'm going
that.
Ty
Shout
Lee.
out to Suki.
You're
I'm
like next
easily
level.
swayed.
I think what I'm saying when you say
listened
you're
to a
next
good
level, what you
argument.
mean is you're not well, and I agree with you because I have clearly
It didn't
all
say
the
like, is
Avatar
it a level
characters
up
in my
or
head.
a
I
level?
said next level.
Just
Didn't
Yeah.
say which.
You
Yeah, I
figure
didn't.
out what
Yeah,
level.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Suki's just doing her job.
I mean,
She's a super agent.
Yeah,
that's what she would
kind of.
say. I think.
There could be if she doesn't do it, probably they can get the warden anyway. But maybe I don't know. But I love it. I love it.
know.
They're gonna get to it. The guys were gonna get to it. All right, we're
Yeah.
gonna.
I don't
figure
know
out
about
the-
that. I don't know.
Huh?
If that's. I don't know if they.
It
would.
might not have
I
been
don't
that
know.
day.
I just think
It might
she
not have
would
been the
say-
next day.
Yeah.
Between Sokka and Zuko, we were gonna get the warden.
No.
She would say I was just doing my job. I'm
Yes,
sticking
she
to it.
was
I'm
doing
sticking
her-
to it. But that doesn't mean that she doesn't deserve it. It just means
Doesn't mean she
I'm
was great.
honoring
I
her
mean,
even more.
It was
by
quite
saying I think
impressive.
she-
It was
yeah.
quite impressive.
I like that we just gave up on May though, who actually does.
got it
save
too.
No,
everyone.
May.
No, May is
But
already
she
on
doesn't even feel like she's
May's
in the
established.
conversation.
May-
May's established.
Okay,
It's the
May.
other
You know
slot.
what?
She's
It's the
got
other
it.
slot.
Okay, good.
Here's the other thing. May saved a lot of lives.
She did.
Ty Lee saved one life.
But
Oh, this is a numbers.
Oh.
But so you're bringing
math.
Suki back into it.
It's
then.
math.
Not Zoe Suki. I mean Suki. I don't know. It's
We can't
Is
decide.
math
complex.
gonna determine?
It's complex. It's complex.
All right. This is it. We're going to be arguing about this for the next hour. So y'all can go and do the rest of your lives. We will be here talking about this. This is the kind of passion that the Avatar universe inspires in people. So let's celebrate it.
Yeah.
Great 2 episodes. Thank you guys so much.
It's such an
for
honor to
being
have
with
the
us.
writers here with us. We can actually
I
ask
can't
them
believe it.
questions.
It
and
It was
get
an
all these
honor to
ideas
be
from
here,
them.
you guys. Thank
Oh,
you.
what a
This
treat. We
is
found
amazing.
out a bunch of inside scoop.
So wonderful
You make
things.
us look so much better because we bring you on and then you do have these amazing stories of like remembering
Right.
ideas and writing your family members in, and it's just
phenomenal.
wonderful.
That is awesome.
So yeah, thanks for making us look better. And the Suki in my head says,
Oh man.
"See you next week," is what Suki would say.
And the Suki in my head that's the meme.
And the Suki in my head, yeah.
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 All
Okay.
right, thanks everybody.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Did you know you can hear bonus episodes of our award-winning podcast?
Subscribe to Avatar Braving the Elements Premium on Apple Podcasts for early access, exclusive content, and ad-free episodes.
I'm so excited!